The truth is here, so set your face upright to the religion, unswervingly upright. This religion is the original disposition from Allah upon which He originated, literally constituted mankind. There is no exchange for the creation of Allah. This is the most upright religion, but most of mankind do not know. Quran 30:30. In this verse, it explains that faith and being good is the inner nature of man, not evil. It's just that mankind chooses to ignore and cover up their inner goodness and move away from it. But if you look deep down into any human and they decide to purify themselves, we all have good if we take over our animalistic selves and use our intellect. This applies to all literature that is based upon reality because it's divine law. Just like gravity, whatever goes up must go down. Our inner nature is good. This is also true in Macbeth and Lord of the Flies. If man takes over his animalistic desires and doesn't let them take control over oneself and uses God-given intellect, it'll awaken their inner nature, which is to have faith and be virtuous. Furthermore, even in Macbeth, the inner nature of man is also good. When Macbeth commits murder, he feels guilty, which shows that he has something in him that's good but doesn't follow it. Macbeth emphasizes, if this is true, I've tortured my conscience and murdered the gracious Duncan for Banquo's sons. I've ruined my own peace for their benefit. I've handed over my everlasting soul to the devil so that they may be kings. It's clear in this passage Macbeth has a conscience that he isn't following. If Macbeth follows his conscience, he would show his inner good. Secondly, Malcolm is an example of a true man and shows his inner goodness by stating, Macduff, this passionate outburst, which proves your integrity, has removed my doubts about you and made me realize that you are trustworthy and honorable. The devil Macbeth has tried many times to trick me and lure me into his power and prejudice and prevents me from believing people too quickly. But with God as my witness, I will let myself be guided by you, and I take back my confession. I take back all the bad things I said about myself, because none of these flaws are really a part of my character. I'm still a virgin. I've never told a lie. I barely care about what I barely care about what I already own, let alone feel jealous of another's possession. I never broken a promise. I wouldn't betray the devil himself. I live truth as much as I love life. The lies I told about my character are actually the first false words I ever spoken. The person who I really am is ready to serve you and our poor country. Act 4, Scene 3, 146, 133. Malcolm here shows the inner goodness of man. He has never lied to anyone before and wouldn't betray anyone. Malcolm is still a virgin and doesn't envy anyone, nor cares about anyone's possessions. Malcolm loves truth as much as he loves life. This shows that virtues of a real man and proves that the inner nature of man is good if one taps into it. Indeed, the inner nature of man is good because when Macbeth commits evil, his conscience was against it. And Malcolm is a prime example and proof that the true inner nature of man is good. And I'm fasting and I'm tired. Verily, the inner nature of man is good if one uses his intellect and doesn't let his animalistic desires influence him. And the Lord of the Flies and Macbeth, the inner nature of man is good. Think and meditate for yourself. And look deep in yourself and see if you have, and see if you have any goodness. You'll find that Lord of the Flies and Macbeth have some truth about the nature of man.